Hey there, BookTube Noah. Everyone who reads and must converse is the channel. Sorry about missing y'all Friday night. I love our Fridays hanging out. If anybody's not aware, I do a Friday live. Try to do every single Friday at 9 o'clock. We weren't able to make it this Friday. Emily has had another surgery on her elbow and wrist. It was a scheduled surgery. We knew it was going down, but it just has turned out to be, very busy. It came the week before school started back for the girls, so I've just been swamped. I've been in a kind of weird place reading, so I wanted to talk about it. It's kind of a reading slump, and it's the first slowdown in reading that I've had ever since I started my channel. Maybe coming up on 3 years, right? Or over 3 years, where I found it hard to read. And I was wondering why, and I was coming up with ideas of reasons why, but I've figured it out now. And it all starts with the Book of the New Sun by Gene Wolfe. Okay, so this book is really its own animal. Okay, the way that Gene Wolfe writes is something that I know, people are not going to say it's great writing as far as the delivery and how accessible it is to even understand the story or understand the plot. There's a lot of real breakneck transitions, things like this. Beautiful language. The language is very flowery and beautiful, that kind of thing. But it is there's so many times in this series, the Book of the New Sun, where I was like, what are we doing now? Right? So I got to the end of the Book of the New Sun, and I was even reading things while I'm reading the Book of the New Sun, right? I read Charles Williams' All Hallows Eve. I read Near to the Wild Heart by Clarice Lispector. And I'm going through A Girl with Curious Hair, David Foster Wallace's first short story collection. So I've read these things, but haven't put any content out on them, right? Because the Book of the New Sun has really just kind of uh I'm absorbed in it. I've been thinking about it so much, and I've been thinking of Near to the Wild Heart a lot as well. There's going to be some great content out on that when I get around to it. But the Book of the New Sun is something that I've been completely engaged with and thinking about over and over, even since getting to the end, right? But I'm trying to read Persuasion, right? It's Jane Austen July. I'm halfway through Persuasion, and I couldn't get into it, and it's just going really slow. And I'm like, what's going on here? Why? Why can't I get into this? And I was like, well, maybe it's Persuasion is, the time period and it's just slower and there's not as much activity. I'm not as engrossed, these kind of things. But that's not fair, right? Because that would be the exact reason why I enjoyed Pride and Prejudice, this kind of drama, the time period, the dialogue especially. There's a lot of internal dialogue and persuasion, but it's good, and so it's not that's not the reason. What I did over this last week, maybe the last 4 or 5 days, is I started Urth of the New Sun, which is the fifth book, the book directly after Book of the New Sun. I'm burning through it. It's going so quickly. It's so well. I'm doing it on audio. I don't own a copy of the book. So audio there's a YouTube audio book of Urth of the New Sun, Urth, that I've been listening to just to get it, because the Book of the New Sun throws so much stuff at you at the very end of the fourth book there. Maybe the last quarter of the fourth book, or even third of the fourth book, is very dense information just outflowing onto the reader. And none of it's fleshed out. You have to, kind of flesh it out by turning back on the story that you've been given, and reflecting on what had happened in light of this new information, and constantly shining a light from the end back on uh, previous things, previous scenes, previous characters, and previous actions that have been done, and motivations change, and things like this. It's really, really complex. Book 5 gives you exactly what you need. Book 5 is really, really interesting. It's more of a straightforward story, uh, the way that it's told. Severian is our narrator, just like through Book of the New Sun, but in Urth of the New Sun, it's delivered a lot more straightforward to you, Severian talking right to you, and plain speaking. And the ideas are insanely complex and epic. I mean, it's just epic. There's gonna be great content on Book of the New Sun and on Urth of the New Sun soon as well. We're reading with a group. Some of the group are going on and reading Urth of the New Sun with me. Some of the others that haven't finished the Book of the New Sun here might go on and read Urth as well afterwards. It's killer. So right when I was into that, I'm like, well, this was it. I just needed, I was stuck in the Book of the New Sun uh, universe and this world and wanted more, needed more. So I got into Urth of the New Sun. I'm gonna knock it out pretty quick. I might even finish it before this weekend is over because it's so fun and I need it. It's really, really, it's the best of the series. And I haven't finished it yet, but it's the best of the series. Just in the way that it's giving you, it's a story. I've already known Severian. I know the characters from 4 books now, so there's not. It's just, good stuff. We'll talk about it. So I'm happy that I kind of got on the other side of that. It was a struggle through the first part of this week and the end of last week, just kind of getting into reading. Um, Physically, I'm reading the Avatamsaka Sutra. I love it. It's great, but it's real slow reading for me. It's like reading, and I just kind of think on it and meditate on it and give myself some space, and then the next day, just kind of during the day, during work or whatever, we'll reflect on uh, the episodes that I've read in that. All right, so um, sometimes I will say, I hear people talk about reading slumps and getting into funks like that, and I got into one very unexpected, and I just wanted to say because I think it's a little bit of a unique space where I needed more of what it was that I was reading before, and was kind of still stuck in that place when I was trying to, move on to other works, and it just wasn't happening. My mind was wanting to stay in and work out some of Gene Wolfe's ideas some more. So I'm really glad that I'm into it. Anna Taylor Johnson, I believe is her name, put out a video where she's talking about the books that she's gonna read, and she pulled out the short stories, complete stories maybe, but the stories of Breece D'J Pancake. What a name, huh? Breece D'J Pancake. I have no idea what to expect from him. Just gets hailed as a beautiful writer, this kind of thing. So I've grabbed this out to read it. Um, just to do some short stories. I was reading some Carson McCullers, still going through some Alan Moore stuff as well, but staying with some shorter stuff while I'm going to finish up the Avatamsaka Sutra. And as far as Breece D'J Pancake, I really don't know what to expect, but my gut feeling approaching this work is something like maybe John Williams, which would be great, right? Give me some stoner or uh, you know, beautiful writing like that, Butcher's Crossing, something like that, right? So I think maybe give me some everyday, some mundane life, a day to day, but also the writing and the words and the poetics that make it beautiful, and a rich internal life. That's what John Williams does. Those are the kinds of things that I hope to find in Breece D'J Pancake. Maybe it'll come out and surprise me and be something totally different, but I'll definitely let you guys know. So, the near to the wild heart content is gonna be really really fun. I've been all over thinking about that kind of thing, and I've been talking with my boy Ryan lately too. We are really excited about exploring stories together. Ryan and I always have explored stories together, and if you don't know who I'm talking about, Ryan he is a friend of mine that's been on the channel a couple of times, and we just started a new little project that we want to do called Director's Nut. And we explore movies from a viewer perspective, but from a lover of stories kind of perspective. And we want to explore unique or experimental or we want to explore movies that have a little something extra to them. The first exploration we did was the Glass trilogy. Feel free to look at that. Maybe I'll link it in the description box. But what I want to let you guys know is that we're going to do content this Monday on Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. What an amazing mind blow of a movie. And it's being re released this weekend. It's playing now in the theaters in the United States here. And it's available on Amazon Prime, I believe is where I got it and have watched it. It is right in the pocket for the kind of thing that I want to talk about. It is very broad and deep what the movie shows. It's ripe for exploration. Ryan and I are going to have some amazing discussion on this. So he's going to come over Monday night. We're going to do that Monday in the evening, and I'll probably release that Tuesday or Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that. I would urge you to watch the movie. We're going to do full spoilers. We're going to do full explanation. Do not come to this video wanting to see if you want to watch it or not. You do want to watch it. Go ahead and get it. It's a real mind blow of a sci-fi. Very funny. It is absurdist. There's some absurdity to it, and ultimately it's a drama. Ultimately it's a drama. And I think it works on all kinds of levels. It's an action movie in a deep way, because the action is used to show the conflict between characters, but what it mainly is a drama, a family drama. We'll get to it. So I wanted to give a heads up, uh, and leave a comment. Let me know if anything that you think you might want to see going forward with that series as far as movie exploration. And more than likely, this is going to turn into a separate channel because I don't want to get muddled down and have just like a playlist for movies while all my content is books, things like that. And Ryan and I might just really have a lot of ideas and a lot of fun creating a channel together and doing content like that together. So let me know any kind of thoughts or ideas you have in any of that kind of stuff, because it is for the community as well, along with movies that you would like to see us cover. We have no shortage of ideas, but I'd love to hear from the community anyways, right? Another thing I wanted to say, what's coming up, and you might see that I have my gold edition of Cactus Boots, America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots here. I'm going to leave a link in the description box to my playlist on Cactus Boots material, because I'm going to reread America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots starting pretty soon. I mean, starting, I'm going to do it in August here. So this is one of those books that you can't prepare yourself for. It'll blow your mind over and over again. It's so fun and funny, and it looks like a beast. This thing is a chunky boy, right? It's not really. It flies. It reads so fun and easy, and it is mixed media. So I want to, if anybody is not familiar with this, go ahead and check out my playlist. I have a lot of material with the author, with the illustrator, with the publisher, and it is just an amazing work. It will take you to places that you've never been before. A lot of people have this book in their possession now and have not read it because it has only been out for a year, and it is from a small press, Corona Samazdat, and people have bought it, kind of getting into it, but have a lot of people have not read it. So I want to host a read along. All right. We'll solidify it. We'll make it a little more organized. Y'all just leave me a comment in the description box if you're down for it, and it's on. I'll start a group. We'll have a discussion, and we'll go through this amazing work. It is, first time I read it in like 3 weeks, right? I think it was like 2.5 weeks for a big book like this. Come on. So there we go. I have the Tale of Genji coming up as well in August. Those are my books for August. I do have Tale of Genji on audio. That is something that I had the unabridged. I had got the unabridged with a credit that you get Audible credit like once a month. So I got that to read Tale of Genji with my boy Jack at Rambling Raconteur and Quentin over at Idget Reads. I think he's already started his read of it. It wasn't like he was in our group or something, but it just worked that now's the time he's going to be reading it. And America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots is going to be an amazing read. So I'm looking forward to that kind of content, that kind of discussion. It just brings up creativity unbound, right? So I know a lot in this video. I'm hitting on a lot of things. 3 main things. Please let me know any ideas or anything that has come up down in the description box, and it'll help me organize what's coming up a little bit better. But mind-blowing stuff on the horizon. Great content. I know it. It's going to be great discussions. Can't wait to dig into Book of the New Sun and Urth of the New Sun with like Tom at LA Books and stuff. It's just gonna be wild. Thank you, BookTube. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.